This is pretty live on Facebook too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Conrad Alert. Civil defense information will be broadcast at 6:40.
West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Y2K, how can we prepare?
Stop a few of their machines and radios. Throw them into darkness for a few hours.
We are fighting for our lives. My family must survive.
Over 5 years, 1,000 gallons of gas, air filtration, water filtration.
At you from Southern Command, better known as Delinquent's Gully in the beauty that is West Tennessee, streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, and Odyssey. Welcome back to the workshop where we create community, find freedom, promote preparedness, and share success. I am Toolman Tim, and today is October the 8th, 2023. This is episode 381 of Workshop Radio. How in the hell is everyone? So in case you're wondering who the surprise guest is, who's this pretty lady right next to me? Say hello.
Hi.
You don't have to be quiet.
I'm never quiet.
I know. So look who I met in Nashville. I just realized that my intro wasn't quite on par simply because we're in Nashville instead of, Delinquent's Gully, but we're pretty damn
And I'm
close.
actually in Nashville. I'm not at a split screen.
Yes, here we are. See, look, there she is. So we can now officially announce.
Yes.
There's no way you're going back to Canada. Yeah.
No.
So Mrs. Cook, Becky, Mrs. Cook, my beautiful wife, is going to be at Self-Reliance Festival with me. So I'm excited.
Yes, me too.
We have gone back and forth and back and forth again.
Yeah.
Yep. We said you were coming. Then you said you weren't. Then you said you were. And then I said, forget. Let's just get rid of it. I can't say it. I won't say it. I won't do it until I had you on American soil.
Exactly. And well, it had a lot to do with the timeline of the new daycare and opening and all that stuff. So the opening got pushed back. So I asked Amy, I'm like, hey, you guys cool if I go? And they're like, yeah, we don't care. And I'm like, good enough. I'm gone. And I think I already had my ticket bought at that point too. I just wanted to, I was playing coy.
Nice. Yeah.
So
how does it feel to be back in the land of the free and the home of the Waffle House?
Be honest with you,
You haven't seen much yet.
No, I landed in Nashville yesterday at 4:00. I walked the airport, got my luggage, took a taxi to the hotel, and I fell asleep last night, probably about 7:30, and slept till about 8:00 this morning, and I haven't left the hotel room except for to go get breakfast. But it's been a nice, relaxing day because it's been pretty stressful last week and a half. So
You've had a hell of a time.
Yeah, it was just
We can chat about as much or as little as you want to in a bit if you want, baby doll.
Yeah.
Beth Emily was just saying she was just thinking about you. So was I, because okay, so let's see what the math. So Wednesday will be 28 days. This is day 25 of a 36 day road trip. Could be a couple extra days depending on how we meander back up north. So I was getting rather lonely. It was good to see you. Finally, I have somebody to do my laundry. The pile is so big, guys. You wouldn't believe.
It probably is. I haven't seen the truck yet, so I can just imagine what the truck looks like.
I haven't done a stitch of laundry. I haven't eaten anything. I'm fading away to nothing because I had nobody to make meals for me. It was awful. Hey, Digger, good to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Brown, Hunter, Jules, it was great to see you at Midwest Preparedness Festival. There's brother Jake. Jake, I don't know if I've told you this yet, but you have a doppelganger or a twin. I've met him at Prepper Camp and at Midwest Preparedness. Each time I see him, I want to say hello, Jake, but it's not quite you. It's close, but not quite you. Cabot, we scared Cabot with the opening tonight. It seemed like it was cranked up a little louder, didn't it?
He must have his volume up there.
Yeah. Hey, Byron, good to see you in here, brother. So let's get the sponsors out of the way, guys, because as of lately, I've been doing one live a week with a bunch of pre-records, which I hope, Jake says, really? Yes, it really is. I'll send you a picture. And yeah, the dude's cool, just like you, man, and ex-military. So, all right, so Fortress K9, guys. First off, remember my brother Joel Riles. We're actually going to see him and Wendy at Self-Reliance Festival. Plus,
does he ever watch the lives?
Occasionally. He's usually busy getting shit done.
Is he going to bring my Maeve?
I don't know. Maeve was not at Prepper Camp. So.
Well, I hope he brings my Maeve.
I know. Rachel Brown says, don't forget to slap that thumbs up like it owes you some money. Thank you, Rachel Brown, for the support. Slap it twice if you can. Actually, you slap it twice, it turns it off, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it unlikes you.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, I know.
Just once.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm used to being unliked. You know how it is. So,
Yeah, you're not very likable.
nah. FortressK9.com. So, I used Joel in my presentation at least 3 times yesterday. I didn't even plan on it, but the dude is an absolute beast when it comes to rebuilding your life after shit goes sideways, upside down, always from Tuesday. And he, like a phoenix, he's risen from the ashes, and they've built an incredible business, haven't they? Number 2, Homestead Ham Radio. Guess what? I got the name right this time, Nate. So don't have to bust my balls, brother. No, I'm just kidding. But it's not at twochickshomestead.com. It's at its own Facebook page. It doesn't have a fancy URL yet, just a long string of numbers. So it's already in the YouTube and Facebook descriptions, and it'll go in the podcast this week. So don't forget to check out Nate. He's got what do you want to call it? Pre-registered or pre-programmed 2-meter ham radios. They're awesome. I actually ordered a set, didn't tell you yet. So don't tell my wife I spent some money on radios, but you know how it is. Joel says Joel is a badass. He is. And finally, don't forget Amy Dingman from A Farmer's Kind of Life. She is, let's see, she was our second sponsor. So we have 3 now, which is incredible. And she has been relaunching her podcast, doing some incredible things, putting out a metric shit ton of books. So if you want to get a verbal kick to the ass while she smiles and makes it sound really sweet, give Amy a check out as well. So, how you been, baby?
Good.
Good. Put you right on the spot, didn't I?
Okay.
Yeah. Amy Marie, good to see you.
I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
Just nice, relaxing day.
How's life been treating you?
Like this past week and a half.
I don't know. You want to? I mean, so you flew down where? Yeah. So.
Well, I flew our son and our middle girl, Grace and Mackenzie. They drove me down to Calgary. I couldn't drive myself because it was just a one-way ticket. So if I drove myself, then I was trying to figure out what I would do with my vehicle, because I couldn't leave it as a park and fly because I'm driving back with you. And I didn't want to have to worry about hauling it back when we came back up here. So they drove me down, and just for reference, Gracie's only driven in Calgary once, and that was behind me when we were driving to the airport to go to England. And Mackenzie has never been to Calgary. So it was,
oh dear God, you must really love me.
Yeah, it was. But I drove the whole way.
You did.
Like
okay.
I was a basket case with them leaving, because
the good news is, though, the airport is right near the highway.
They weren't at the airport, though. They were at the Protocol Hotel. So
scratch that. Then.
Yeah, so they weren't at, because I took a taxi to the airport in the morning. So, but they managed okay. It took them about 5.5 hours to get home.
That's all right.
But I looked at their pictures. It looks like Gracie took Mackenzie to Drumheller, which he's never been. And they got some pictures with the big dinosaur, and he was happy about that.
Drumheller has an incredible, for those who don't know, because if you're not from Alberta, you probably never heard of Drumheller.
No.
But it has a federal museum, I think.
It does. We have there's quite a few dinosaur bones in the area.
Yes.
Yep.
And the world's largest dinosaur, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
It has a Tyrannosaurus Rex that you can climb up the inside and stand out of its mouth and look over the whole valley.
I don't think they went up it, though, but they did. Yeah, like they.
I don't know if Mac would survive going up it, poor dude. I know I wouldn't. No, it's a good climb.
Yeah, so they stopped in Drumheller, and they got home with a whole van full of groceries that I had bought for our oldest girl and the twins that are at the house babysitting the dogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh, yes, it is our Thanksgiving.
Happy real Thanksgiving. I mean, Canadian Thanksgiving. I forgot
this is the first Thanksgiving we've ever missed. But Olivia, who's our oldest girl, she's at home, and she cooked a ham and some mashed potatoes and stuff.
I never even thought when I planned this trip that I would miss Thanksgiving.
I know.
It's
not Christmas. I'm okay.
It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. It was what it was. So it's cool. It's interesting. So we get to spend Canadian Thanksgiving in the United States. Yes. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go out for dinner tomorrow somewhere. We'll find something nice.
Jules says she can honestly say she's never had so much fun as being part of Tim's live chat. So Jules, you're a sweetheart. Jules was in. Okay, so we might as well. I know you weren't there, but I'm gonna give everybody a rundown on what went on at the Midwest Preparedness Festival. You missed out on a lot of fun. So not a lot of drinking, but a little bit. We had some bourbon, and we each smoked a girly cigar, so just a little tiny one. So Nicole asked me, said, "Do you have any girly cigars?" I said, "As a matter of fact, I do." So, and Byron says you can celebrate American Thanksgiving in Canada. That's what we'll do.
It's too close to Christmas. I can't have that much turkey.
I know. I don't do well with. I mean, I do love turkey and all.
Yeah, but it's really close together.
It is.
Yeah.
But we could do that, and then we could go Black Friday shopping. We could go and like tip over Walmart shelves and be like,
yeah, they do that down here, don't they?
Well, not so much anymore, but they sure used to.
Well, we don't do that up in Canada, but
no, we don't.
Yeah, they're pretty violent down here.
Everybody just shops on Amazon now, so screw it, right?
Yeah,
but,
I guess Prime Days are coming up. So.
Oh yeah, that comes up before Black Friday. Yeah, Cyber Monday. It's all in there.
Yeah.
Amazon sent me a thing. I didn't tell you guys this, but they sent me this so. Every couple of months, they'll send like an incentive that if you get so many Amazon affiliate dollars, they'll give you an extra percentage on certain products.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but this time it was like if you hit a certain benchmark, I think it was like $10,000 or $12,000 in affiliate sales over the next 3 months. They're going to give me like an extra $500 to $1,000.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you about
everybody
that.
Get on that Amazon thing.
Yeah, it's doing well. As long as I. Even if I just follow what I normally follow, it should make an extra $500. So
nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but if you plug it, then you can
yes,
get 1,000.
yes. I need to be more, I don't know, intentional about that.
Everyone do their Christmas shopping through Amazon Tim's affiliate link because it doesn't cost you anything extra.
That is very true. It really doesn't. Does it? Thank you.
Plugged it for you.
I'll do better. I will do better. Hold me accountable, folks. So here we are. Yeah. So yes, all right. Well, let's get the live stream out of the way first. Jules, it was awesome to have you. We had, I can't even remember everybody's name who was there. I believe it was Sam. They make some really good beef jerky, incredible beef jerky. Chuck Peoples, everybody knows Chuck Peoples. Nicole Sauce, you guys know her a little bit. Crunchy Mama, and I was going to call it Chunky Mama. That would have been bad. I know. No, she's the tiniest lady you've ever met. So she would, but she did wear an all blue snowsuit that we bugged her about all weekend because she's from Texas. So, okay. But yes, I will, Byron. Pin it in Telegram. The Amazon affiliate. I will do that. Thank you for busting my balls, Byron. I deserve it.
Yes, he does deserve it.
So, Crunchy Mama, Crunchy Daddy from Crunchy Mama Farms. They were an incredible couple from Texas. So, content to look forward to coming up out of what we did. You'll get the live stream roundtable like we try to do at every event. It was awesome. So when Jules says she was part of the live chat, she was the peanut gallery. She sat in the back and kept her face off the camera for the most part and just interjected where she's really good at sliding in with smart ass comments. So I really did appreciate her. So, and Lone Canadian, it's good to see you. I was driving today and just thinking about him. I was like, I wonder how Lone Canadian's doing. How's work going for you, brother? And he said, good to see that he come down. He's the one that made the knife for us. Came down and we had coffee.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm not familiar with him.
I don't always say everybody's names because I can't remember if I said his name in here or not. So we'll go with Lone Canadian. But
okay. Yeah. No, I wasn't. I'm not familiar with him.
It's all right.
So, yeah.
People come up to me at the Preparedness Festival and are like, hey, Tim, how are you? And I'm like, did we meet before? And Tag's like, it's me, Tag. I'm like, he's the whole runner of the event. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Too many people all at once. So anyway, it was a great time. So we had the live stream. It's up on YouTube. It's not there yet. It's in the background. We started filming before dark. We went about an hour, and about 10 minutes in, it got pitch dark. So the only time you can actually see any video is when a truck drove by and flashed us with their headlights a couple of times. So the audio is crystal clear. We used the Rode Wireless 2 mics, so they were great. I did did I forget anybody in that? I don't think so. I think that was everybody. And it was, Jeremy, One Step Closer. He came up. Guys, Jeremy's just an awesome dude. I met him last year at Self-Reliance Festival, and you'll see him in the live stream all the time. He comes in as One Step Closer. Okay. And he was there. Him and his wife are from Texas. They're looking for land in Tennessee. Yes. And he's also going to be at the Workday, so down at Delinquents Gully on Thursday, and at Self-Reliance Festival this week. So that'll be great. So you look forward to that coming up. We've got that. Also, I did my presentation on the poverty mindset, which you said is your favorite one that I do. Probably.
One of my favorites, yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but I think it was the best damn presentation I've done yet. And I said that 2 weeks ago.
I haven't seen it yet.
So But I don't know, should I post it before Self-Reliance Festival or should I wait and post
You're
it
doing
after?
the same one?
I am.
No.
All right. Although you could find it on there from a previous time, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it, but yeah, so it was. Yeah, so for that, I recorded it. You won't get to hear it or see it until after Self-Reliance Festival. And then I'll post both of them.
Exactly. You don't want to
one
ruin it, right?
Yeah.
Because there are going to be people at Self-Reliance that haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and it's always a bit different. You know, it's the same but different, as they say. And I think that was a Yogi Berra quote from way back in the day. I did a 15-minute in-person interview with Tag from Life Done Free. Did a 20-minute interview with Crunchy Mama and Crunchy Daddy from Crunchy Mama Farms. So we got, four pieces of content for you guys, 2 interviews, a round table, and a presentation. So to me, what was better than that though, was meeting everybody in person. Anyway, I'm going to brag it up here in a minute, and just wanted to shout out to Lone Canadian starting another shift in beautiful Dawson Creek. Might see you when you're home. Depends on how the shift works out. So stay safe, brother. And I thought Jules didn't know it was one step closer. Yeah, Jeremy's an awesome guy. He's on the quiet side. He just sits there and he listens, and then he interjects his really good thoughts and insights, and I really appreciate him. So Grumpy Acres Farms, they were there. They made the food at the Preparedness Festival. They're also going to be doing food at Self-Reliance Festival. They make good food. I showed up that night and she's like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "No, I've been snacking all day." A couple hours later, I come back. I said, "Yeah, I could go for some nachos." She goes, "Oh, I'll make you some good ones with, I think it was pulled pork or barbecue chicken." She hands me this. It's a styrofoam clamshell. The thing weighed about 22.5 pounds. It was a good feed, but that late at night, yeah, it was good. But anyway, so if you're at Self-Reliance Festival, definitely make sure you support them and get some food from them, because they were awesome. So let's see. GPS took me in the wrong way twice to get to the festival in Kansas, which was cool. Thank goodness they put up signs. I was able to follow them once I got close enough to find a sign. Patrick is Spag's kind of co-collaborator with the event, and I got to meet both of them in person for the first time, give them both hugs, and they are awesome dudes. They were awesome. And Spag's wife told me a very funny story about Spags that I will not share here, but I just wanted to hint that I know it's Spags. Awesome guys. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Drank a lot of coffee, drank a bit of bourbon. Took part in a freedom panel. So that was cool. All 6 of the speakers at the event, we sat down. They give us folding chairs up on stage, give us a couple of microphones, and let the crowd go wild. I think we were about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours answering questions. So it was great. Met this cool kid. I think maybe he's around 20, 21. He had, I recorded the short so you guys will get to see it. It was a battery powered off-grid phone from like the 40s. So it looked like one of them black desk phones that would survive an atomic blast that you could kill somebody with, kind of like Annie had in Misery. Okay. The old phones. And he had a couple 100 feet of regular phone wire, and you could ring them and talk through them, and all it ran off was a battery, a complete off-grid solution. He's been buying these old phones at antique malls, flea markets, that sort of thing, and he's been rebuilding them. And vintage tech and prepping goes hand in hand. So it was a lot of fun. And Rachel says, when I was on my way to meet Josek and his lovely lady, my GPS started freaking out. Yeah, isn't that how it goes? Always. And Rachel met up with Josek and his wife. So I love seeing people meet up in real life. And Jules says, after Midwest Preparedness, I've decided I'm going to sell my mega tent. It's just too much for me to handle on my own. That thing's probably big enough to hold 60 people. Yeah, it's big. Poor Jules. But it's a good place to hang out if the weather gets bad. What else did we do there? Like I said, we hung out with Nicole and Chuck. Oh, there's guys. I need to shout out to my wonderful daughter. One of my wonderful daughters. I have 4. 3 of them are wonderful. I'll let one guess who. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll let them fight it out. Which one is it?
Charlotte. Hey, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Charlotte says you look very nice, Mom.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah, I miss Chuck. They got their asses handed to them in volleyball yesterday. Made Chuck a little cranky, but they're going to kick ass and take names.
Still cranky, Charlie.
Have some pumpkin pie, sweetheart. It'll be good. But it's good to see you, sweetheart.
Even though we've told her it's just a game.
Yeah, it is. But that's okay. So I had the honor of being the closing speaker at Midwest Preparedness Festival. And that to me it blew me out of the water. So I had planned to basically just speak and run, speak and then head out immediately so the idea was that Mama Bear here was flying down to Nashville. I was past Kansas City. So it was about a 9.5 hour ride. And I knew if I could get out of Midwest Preparedness around 4:30, I could do halfway, get to St. Louis. That's basically what I did. If I was 15 years younger, I might have busted through and made it here at 1:30 in the morning, but I stopped.
And then you were scared the shit out of me.
I knew I would.
I was asleep at like 7:30. So like, if you come barreling through that door at 1:30 in the morning, I probably would have started throwing hands.
You had a pepper sprayed me or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
something was. Yeah.
But yeah, so I made it halfway. But anyway, I stayed. I didn't want to just speak and run because people always want to chat with you afterwards. And I had some of the best conversations of the entire weekend after my presentation. Of course, that poverty mindset speaks hard to everybody. You know, it's one of them that touches you. I mean, it's something we struggle with, still struggle with some days, isn't it? You know, so, but I had some cool stories. I did a little recording in the road on the way back, but I had an awesome lady in her 70s who had worked at a elder care facility. And she was basically forced to retire over COVID. And she didn't want to go home and sit in a rocking chair. And she told me she was inspired in the last couple of years to start a consulting business. And she is kicking ass and taking names in her second career at this point because she said she did not want to sit in a rocking chair. And I had an ex-service guy who came up and told me all about how at one point he just had to decide to get up and start doing things because his life kind of fell apart and he knew he wouldn't get any motivation if he didn't look for it. So Charlotte wants me to do stand-up comedy and I've been talking about it. So we may not do any at Self-Reliance Festival, Chuck, and anybody else that wants to know, but if I can get John Dowie down for Self-Reliance Festival, him and I are going to do a set together. I told Nicole about it over bourbon and she thought it was a great idea. So I think it would be a lot of fun to do some after hours comedy fest at Self-Reliance. If anybody else would be down for it, let me know and we'll make it happen. So, and no, Jules, she says she's guilty of holding me up for a bit after his presentation, Becky. Don't apologize. No. Doesn't bother me any. I'm just an open book, just telling you about what I have, how my plans were, but I wouldn't change it for anything. That is what I live for. And if I could have stayed the whole night, but I knew I had to see my Mrs. Cook, you know.
Well, so. And it just gave me an extra night of quiet.
Yes.
So, and then I had a really quiet morning. Because like I said, it's been like a gong show. So
what you're saying is with me not being around, it's quiet?
No, I just meant it was just me.
It was just, I see. All right.
Yeah, like
it'll be the Becky show from now on, guys. Have a good night. No,
no, I had a nice quiet evening. I went to bed early and then I had a nice quiet morning. And then he showed up around noon and hasn't stopped talking since. So
we haven't left the hotel room since I got here, have I?
So and you haven't shut up once.
We ordered food and I knew you'd enjoy my noise. You missed it, didn't you?
Constant noise.
It's like when you leave a TV on in the background when you were a kid that used to make snow. Yeah, that's what it's like, right? Charlotte, with her witty insights all the time, says bourbon-induced ideas are always top tier. That is, you're right, sweetheart. And Hunter says comedy. A prepper, a homesteader, and a normie walk into a bar. I've been working on some jokes about airline travel that Charlotte really thinks are funny. So I'm not going to share them tonight, though. But so where do we go from here, Mrs. Cook? What do we got coming up? Because I think I covered. I know I'm forgetting people that I met.
Well, that's okay. You know what? You have plenty of lives, and I'm sure they'll come back to you.
Oh yeah, it was. But overall, let me give you a feel for the place if you haven't, for those who haven't been there yet. So it's a cool, it's kind of an unserviced campground. They bring in porta potties is about all they have there for you. And it's on a beautiful lake. They've outgrown it immensely. I was there for 2 days. It's kind of a week-long celebration. And then the last 2 days are this event where they have speakers and demonstrations. The kids run wild. It's like a 1950s kind of event because there's kids everywhere. It's a lot of fun. It's free to go. Hey, Robin Holstein, great to see you. And it's just a family-friendly kind of fun event. And I put off my presentation by about 10 minutes because the kids were still having their fire making contest. So it's really cool. and knocked the presentation out of the park. And yeah, it was, if you're looking for a laid back, what I liked about it was it didn't start till like 10 o'clock in the morning. People just kind of rolled out of bed when they wanted, 8:30, 9 o'clock. You go to prepper camp and it's like 7 o'clock, everything starts. And if you try to get up, if you try to stay in bed for a couple extra minutes, the noise just gets, So anyway, just kind of cool.
That's not my cup of tea.
Yes. Jules says, don't forget to order more patches. You said you're running low. I just told you that, didn't I, babe? So it looks like we are going to run out of the special one. But
anyone you want to give them to, you can always get their address.
Absolutely.
And when they come in the mail, we'll send them out.
Yes, and we will. So I think I have about 15 of the handshake patches left. And those are the in-person swag that I've been giving to each person this year, which represents 100 meaningful conversations that we've had.
So then what we can do is, instead of giving them a patch, you'll give them an IOU, your email address on a piece of paper.
Yep. And
then they email you and we will send them the patch.
100%. No.
There you go.
Yep. So if we do happen to run short, which I have my suspicion Self-Reliance is going to have the biggest demand for them.
Yeah.
I just never in 100 years imagined that we would go through 100 of those patches this year. And that wasn't even in the whole year. Hey, Chuck Peoples, are you home already, Chuck? Chuck drove, I think he said it's 11 hours from West Virginia, where he lives, to Kansas. So
it's a long drive.
It was good to see you, brother. I really appreciated hanging out with you. We had a lot of fun, actually. It was a good time. Chuck did a great presentation. He was a trooper, too. I meant to tell you this, guys. So the morning of the first day, so Friday morning, Chuck gets up to do his presentation. Just as he gets up there, the wind picks up, the temperature drops like 10 degrees, and it starts drizzling. And Chuck nailed it. It was great. Everybody sat there, but
like you weren't covered.
No, not where we were.
Oh, okay.
And neither was Chuck. He could have been if he wanted to, but he got to give a hands-on demonstration of what the early symptoms of when you get too cold, hypothermia is. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, so it was a great time. And then it warmed up after that. When I got up on stage, I said, do you want to know how you find a Canadian? Somebody met me going to the porta potty at 8 o'clock in the morning in shorts. I was like, hey, whatever, But I will say that first day got cold enough, I had to put pants on. And that's saying something about this old man here. So have a great night, Chucky. She's going to the hot tub. So
first world problems.
Must be nice. But Chuck, yes, it was really great to see you, brother. And Digger, Lone Canadian Digger got your knife. And I sent it out when I was in Louisville. So that was, nice. I'm glad that he got it. So laid back event. I missed the Barter Town and I missed the potluck. That was at the end of Saturday night. So I was gone for that. I've heard those are incredible times, but there was a lot of really cool people there. And there was a nurse practitioner who, and Chuck, if you know what the name of that system is that they use, I'm not familiar with it because we're Canadian. They have a local medical group. So there's some doctors, nurse practitioners. And I asked him, so an average, I think it was a 35-year-old male would pay $50 a month for all of the practical medicine you need. So like you could go to the doctor anytime you need. It was basically a flat subscription rate. And then they would do day surgery or like anything that didn't require putting you to sleep. They could do it in the practice. They had access to prescriptions for a really good price. Nice. It was the incredible. I loved it. I'd almost think that'd be a better system than what we have, to be honest. Because if I could have my stolen tax dollars back, think about how far $50 a month per person would go.
Well, and that's the thing. Like the wait time for us is like, because I have to have that surgery on my hands, and I've been waiting since when?
There it is. Holton Direct Care. So it's called Direct Care. And if I get any of this wrong, somebody will definitely, thank you, Direct Care, will correct me, of course. But it's a really cool system. It's local. I think it acts kind of like not like a doctor's office, like, how you'd have a group of doctors. And they just offer direct care right to the patients. Nice. And they're open to many different ideas, if you know kind of where I'm going with that. And they're awesome. Yeah, I couldn't believe what the cost was. It blew me out of the water. And they sell their prescriptions at cost. So they treat their patients incredibly, and they do as much as they can in-house. They have cardiac specialists and They'll deliver babies. They do all of it within that practice for a really good price. So I think that's the way of the future at least for Americans. And we'll just get to keep having our tax dollars stolen and seeing our medical system go down the shitter. So there you go. Literally down the shitter. So
yeah, our medical system's great, but it's not the best.
No. They're
like in
our local
in Provost.
We have
our medical center in Provost where we live is incredible. The doctors are awesome and they do everything they can. But the problem is that where it's provincially and federally run, it doesn't matter what they do or how hard their hands are still tied because they can only do so much without them getting slapped. You know what I mean? So because like anytime I talk to our doctor, he's just like, you can just see the frustration on his face.
Oh, through and through.
Because it's just because like it doesn't matter what he orders. It's like he's beaten against a brick wall because he has the government fighting back against him, and it's frustrating for them.
You're at the mercy of Justin the Carbon Baron, right? Yeah. Yeah. Now
they've been calling him another word.
They sure have. Yeah. That word might get us in trouble. I don't know if it will or not. The 4-letter word starts in N and ends in Otzi.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Supporter.
Yeah. Oh dear God. Yeah. So
yeah. Supporter. That's another word they're calling them. So where's this week heading for us? What do we got going on now? Well, tomorrow morning we're heading to Camden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably afternoon. We're going to do a little shopping first on the way.
We'll drive.
Yeah.
We'll shop on. I think it's like
2 hours.
2 hour drive. Yeah. And we're going to do some shopping on the way, and then we have our hotel booked in Camden, and I don't think we have much after that.
No, I think Tuesday Tuesday, I think Brian and I don't know if Brian is. I told him my schedule anyway. If he can come, he can. I'm not holding him to anything. He doesn't, poor guy. But
Tuesday we're going to the land.
Yeah, Tuesday we're going to the land. So we'll go down and work at Delinquent's Gully, which will be nice.
Yeah.
Wednesday's going to be a catch-up day. Computer work, laundry. I need to clean the truck too. It's getting.
You need to clean the truck.
I'm
not cleaning the truck.
Let's just say
cleaning the truck.
Let's just say after living in it for 4 weeks, it's getting a little on the funky side.
Yeah, so. I can imagine.
Takeout food doesn't do me any favors.
So guess who's cleaning the truck? And
yes, you'll.
So I brought a Fire Stick, and I get to hook it up to the hotel TV, and I get American Netflix. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing while you're cleaning your truck.
Everybody here just calls it Netflix, but we call it American Netflix. For those who don't know, again, there's another thing. All of our streaming services don't have the same offerings in Canada that we get in the States.
No.
So it's like watching TV from a different country.
And they have UK Netflix, and they have Swedish Netflix, and they have all that. But the American Netflix seems to have a way better selection, especially during October with the horror movies and stuff.
Yes. Remind me to come back to Halloween, okay? When we're done here. So we're going to Camden Tuesday. Wednesday's going to be Chuck's coming down Wednesday evening. He's teaching his medical course. Okay. So there's I think his is on the other end, and then Evan's doing the Radio Made Easy. I think it's 0 to Hero course before Self-Reliance Festival. I might have got Chuck's dates wrong. If I did, he'll correct me. So so Tuesday down at Delinquent's Gully. Thursday is going to be the work day. Andy Higginbotham is coming down and supplying food. So that's going to be awesome. They'll be, anyway, it's just going to be great. I cannot believe the people that just want to come and help out. It blows me out of the water.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we got to take Wednesday to buy supplies.
We do. Yeah. Got to get supplies, and I will go, right. I have to go get sheet goods. So I got to get plywood, chipboard, OSB for the cabin. What else do we? I will get some more food too, because we're going to get some hot dogs.
Do you have like a bucket and everything done up for the outhouse?
It's done. No, it's done. Brian,
okay.
Did I show you?
No, I know, but you have like a bucket and sawdust and everything there?
It's already, Brian put coconut husk in it. So
because I was just wondering, because like there's going to be all these people there.
Nobody's even christened it yet. So we do need to get toilet paper for in there and a container for it, but it's done.
Remind me and I'll start making a list.
Sure.
And we should pick up beverages.
I'll message Brian. Yes, we'll get some beer and some bourbon too for everybody.
No, I meant water and Gatorade. They're going to be working in the heat.
Dude, we'll get beer and bourbon. No, we'll have a little bit of both. It'll be great. So it'll be Thursday and Friday is his class. His class is Sunday. Yeah, okay, cool. And hey, Red Moose Farm, good to see you. All right. Their Red Moose is going to be around Wednesday if needed. So we'll be around too. Yeah,
Yep.
no worries. And then I guess Sunday's the last day of self-reliance.
Yep.
And then Monday, we're going to start this long, slow slog back north, which I'm kind of sad about.
Mhm.
This has been the greatest road trip of my life. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Then we got to go back to where it gets so cold that it hurts my face.
It was 25 today, though.
I know.
It
And
was.
That's 25 Celsius, which is like 80.
Yeah, it was really nice
maybe.
up in Provost
So,
today. Yeah.
So that, yeah, it was good.
But you also have a little boy at home
Oh, I know.
that is waiting for you.
What's he been doing while I've been gone? And
That-
my little
that's-
boy, that's Angus.
That's Angus.
Yeah.
That's what's made my week very, very stressful.
He's been chewing everything.
I brought home a new baby. His name's Baby Walter.
Every
and
time I leave the house. a
You
new
gave
dog
me
comes
permission,
home.
you jackass. No, but I think Baby Walter must have had what they call like a doggy flu. We did test them for parvo. It wasn't parvo, thank goodness, because I don't think I'd be sitting here if it was parvo.
Right, you wouldn't be.
No, I wouldn't have left them. But so it was like some sort of a kind of like just like diarrhea and throwing up.
It was a viral bug.
Yeah,
or
just
something that ran
and
the course.
but it started with Dee Dee.
Mm-hmm.
And Dee Dee is our Pomchi, and she's my baby.
Yep.
So, and then Angus got it. So my whole week has been working every day, getting Charlotte to her orthodontist, trying to deal with this.
Gingerbread Farms knows another Baby Walter.
Dealing with orthodontist appointment, trying to figure out how I'm going to get to Calgary, trying to get things worked out. We had an incident at the daycare with one of our employees
Who's no longer with us.
who's no longer
Yeah.
with us. So that put a lot of more stress on everybody else. And so we've been trying to deal with that. But then I'm dealing with Tim's dog, Angus.
Who
with-
wasn't actually named after the guitarist from
No.
AC/DC.
but-
However, I do call him Angus Young quite a bit. So
And it's not very pleasant, Mr. Angus having explosive diarrhea at 2:00 in the morning when I have to get up for work at 7:30.
I don't know how that's my fault.
So, so he had explosive diarrhea for about 3.5, 4 days. And then Miss Matilda got it, and she had throwing up and explosive diarrhea. And then before I left, Hazel was throwing up, and she had explosive diarrhea.
So they're no longer with us. In case I didn't make it clear, that was just an employee who we had who is no longer with us.
Yeah, an employee.
Not
that's
as in like, passed from this mortal coil.
No.
Just got their ass handed to them and canned because they weren't who you thought they were. So there you go. No longer with us. Yep, there you go. And speaking of AC/DC, apparently they played their first live concert in 6-7 years last night. I missed it. I couldn't get there, but Canberra likes you, by the way.
Yeah. So anyway, then it was a vet trip to test for the parvo, and that came back negative. And then, so I convinced our oldest girl, Olivia, to come down and stay with the dogs. And she said that they haven't had any more diarrhea and there's been no more throwing up, which I am very, very
So
thankful
you were
for.
able to come down here and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because it's been,
I knew you wouldn't come if the dogs had parvo.
If they had parvo, I wouldn't have left.
I wouldn't have
No.
blamed you. And
No.
so
I would have canceled. No, because I couldn't put that on anybody.
No.
And I would never forgive myself if one of them got really sick and I wasn't there.
Right.
Especially Dottie or Pepper or Fat Daisy, because they're the old dogs.
I love Fat Daisy.
So
she's old. She weighs 104 pounds. She's full of warts, and she was adopted from an old man who had Alzheimer's, who fed her 17 times a day.
She's actually a Chihuahua, and she weighs 17 pounds. So she's
BFKC. Good to have you.
So we call her Fat Daisy because Dee Dee's name is actually Daisy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just got to say, you have a lot of dogs when you start running out of names for them.
So, we couldn't change her name, right?
It's fine.
So,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So it was a pretty stressful week. And of course, I didn't get a lot of sleep and I'm tired. So last night was the first night I actually had a really good sleep. And I was able to wake up this morning and decompress and get some of my schoolwork done.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You are, so also, because she's crazy and I love her to death, you're working on your level 3. What is it called? Level 3 childcare worker?
Yeah, this is my last year of college.
This is the highest level you can get in daycare care? What's
Yeah,
preschool care?
Education.
Education, yeah.
For
It's a full year, so this will be your second full year of university courses, and you'll be done. But
and I haven't got any of my assignments done this week because I was dealing with explosive diarrhea. So,
but you know what? You're kicking ass and taking names. I'm proud of you. What was your GPA last year? Was it 3.8 or
3.53? It was honors.
3.53 honors. Yeah. So you managed to do all that while running a business and launching a new business and keeping up with a delinquent husband and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and still get home and do my laundry and cook my meals. So it was incredible.
I don't cook any meals.
No, you don't. Neither do I.
I cook Subway. So.
James, no worries at all, brother. He said, sorry, you can't make it this week. No problem. You know what? Life has a way of jumping up and grabbing people, and don't you worry a bit.
Yeah.
We'll meet up in person at some point. So want to give them an update on how the daycare expansion plans are going?
Well, we finally have a building.
Yes.
This is building number 4.
4.
First building, we couldn't put a play space because it was too close to industrial.
It was too close to a
chemical shop or something.
A vent from a paint booth is what it was. So, which is fair.
Yeah. So, second building, the landlords bailed on us. Third,
they took a last minute offer from us, right?
But
from somebody else.
But the building's still empty because they backed out. So I'm not crawling back.
Absolutely.
Third building was perfect. It was perfect. Except for they went in there and apparently it needed a sprinkler system, and the landlord was going to do it, no problem. But then they told him that they couldn't just do the one building; he had to do the entire building, and it was upwards towards $600,000. And he goes, guys, I'm really sorry. And it's like, you know what? No,
it's not his fault.
No, but he felt that.
Yeah,
like, no, I get it. I would never expect someone to invest that much money. And so building number 4
is actually the best building of the bunch.
It is. It's pretty much turnkey. It's just decoration.
Which makes my life easy.
And my life. And we have to put up a fence for the play space, and we just have to get in and do a couple signage and do some decorations, which is nothing. Buy some furniture, get it all furnished. And then I had the other opportunity. I might have that other opportunity.
Yep. So it could end up, turning into it. Yeah. So it is another incredible daycare opportunity, which we can't fill you in on yet, but
because I don't have a ton of details yet. But
if it works out for a small investment, it will basically double our business footprint. So we'll let you know. I can't promise anything. I mean, we have plans of having 5 businesses by the time we're done anyway. But we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shout out Tambra because we do love our fur babies. And Tambra says, I miss my Chihuahuas. I lost them both this year. I cry every day. Canine kids are very special.
We have 9.
If I don't know if it would help Tambra. If you ever want to see pictures, I can post them. If that would make it worse, just tell me to not be a dickhead. I don't know, but I would.
Yeah. We have 9 babies.
Feel better because.
Yeah. The one I just got is baby Walter, and he's not quite 2 pounds yet. So he's so little.
I lost my baby Penny on Christmas Day a few years ago, and so we're there for you if we can help you because
it's hard. And that's why I wouldn't be here if they were sick, because I could never forgive myself if something happened and I wasn't there. And
we love our attack Chihuahuas. They're incredible. That's what we have them for. They're vicious attack dogs and the best perimeter alarms you'll ever find.
But they never bite anybody.
No, they don't. But they do intimidate.
Oh, they do. Dee Dee does. Dee Dee's quite mean. Yeah.
And they're Lone Canadian's wife got hers in Vermilion, which is the same school you're going to.
No, my school's in Lac La Biche.
Oh, okay. My bad. But it's still, okay.
Vermilion is probably Lakeland.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's as far as we've got with the daycare. But so you take possession of the property
November 15th.
November 15th, we get the key.
So we're so excited. Then I have to get health and fire. I already had building in there. And then we get licensing, and
what I'm hearing is that it's very little handyman work that I have to do. Is that correct?
Probably just some like moving some furniture around.
Work, you think?
Oh, probably. I don't honestly, if you were to come down and help us put furniture and everything together, probably about a week.
Sweet.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Because there is some furniture there that has to be moved around and put away. And most of the daycare furniture from Wayfair comes assembled. So
Yeah, I like that better than the
IKEA.
the complete opposite IKEA bullshit. And no, I'm just sorry.
We are doing the IKEA table and chairs, like the plastic ones, but those are nothing to put together.
Yeah,
so.
no. And if they don't go together, I just break them, throw them away, and say, I don't know what chair. Well, what chair? I don't know what you mean.
Yeah,
honey, there's packaging over there. No, what chair? I don't know where it went. So.
Yeah, because we're not doing the daycare tables and chairs to start because they've gone up in price, and we probably need about
80.
I'm thinking probably 30 or 40 tables and chairs. And just so everyone knows, for one table and 6 chairs, it's $689.
If you buy the daycare
one. Yeah. So we're not going to go that route.
We'll start the other route. Yeah. So want to talk about Halloween? Hey, Jeff Stark, great to have. Hey, we have I was just thinking about you and the missus tonight because I was talking to Becky about how she said, hey, Becky and Tim, sorry for joining late. Katrina is demanding a picture of the new fur baby.
I have a perfect one to show you.
All right. If you email it to me, I can probably.
Well, I can just post it on here.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just show it.
So, yeah.
There he is.
Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, there we are. Can you see?
There he is.
What a stupid looking boy. I tell you that thing. No, he is awfully sweet. Is he? Yep. There you go.
There he goes. That's baby Walter.
Yep. He's pretty cute, eh?
He's got Merle in him. So he's got like this spotted face and stuff.
Oh, look. Backwoods Butcher sneaking in the back door again. Late as usual. You know what? In less than a week, we're going to see Kyle and his missus in real life. So another imaginary internet friend checked off the list. I told that story at Midwest Preparedness about how you really weren't sure if I actually had any real friends or if they were just imaginary internet friends. So Walter Forstark saying, "Oh, yeah." We were just
here, I'll post him again there. Look at.
He's pretty cute. Always.
He's pretty cute.
I'm always watching you, Backwoods Butcher. Yeah, no. So
Mike Wazowski.
So all right, let's talk about Halloween because there's a couple things I want to get out of the way here or want to mention. So if Rob and Tracy have the ability of the time, we're going to have them on and we're going to discuss our favorite horror movies of all time.
And we're doing trivia.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that'll be a 1 or 2 parter, I'm sure. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a live stream Halloween horror trivia night.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one this is the important one. Everybody pay attention. No. All right, so here's the deal. So you guys know my strange obsession with Coast to Coast AM and Art Bell and all of that. Well, his tradition every year was he would turn Coast to Coast into Ghost to Ghost for 1 or 2 nights a year at Halloween. It's right around there. And they're some of the best radio I've ever heard. So what I want from you guys is your best paranormal, ghost, unexplained, alien, UFO story that you have. 2, 3, whatever. Email them to me so I can read them during the show. Record them and email them to me so they can play them during the show. Or if you're interested in coming on the show and telling your story that night, we'll do that as well. But I want to make sure we have a metric shit ton. Like I'd like to do about 3 hours of ghost stories if we could. So I'll have
that'll be fun though.
Oh, it will.
I'm game.
Here's the rule, guys. The only rule, and this was the same with Art Bell, the only rule is it has to be true. It has to be something you've experienced or someone else has told you. That's all. So, and
even if you think it's minuscule or something, but if it's real for you, then
no judgment at all. I will, you know what I mean? You call in and tell us, or you email me, whatever it is. Backwoods has got some for me. See, I know you do. And if you want
I have a good one too,
so I know I tell you all the time, but the real Tim Cook.
Spell it right.
The real, this keyboard is awful. Tim Cook at gmail.com. So what I want is your best unexplained. The genesis for this episode came earlier this year when I had Carrie Brown on the show, and we did, I believe it was the second Art Bell episode where we talked about some of his best stories. And I had 2 different people message me who said, hey, I remember the Phoenix Lights. I saw the Phoenix Lights. And that was that triangle of lights in the sky in Phoenix, of course, hence the name Phoenix Lights. So if you've ever experienced anything crazy like that, I want to hear about it. And we're going to do an episode. I'll friggin' love it. Yeah.
I'll sit there for 3 hours.
Absolutely.
It's got lots of
is becoming a celebrity now. I don't know about that, but we do our best.
I think he's talking about.
Yeah.
Backwoods here.
Right there. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I watched. Where is it? I had 3 people walk up to me at the fair today and go, "Hey, you're Backwoods Butcher. I've watched all your videos." Brother, it's because you're kicking ass and taking names, especially with the TikTok end of things. There, yeah. Gingerbread Farm says, I saw a bunch of F-16s chase 3 lights. Well, I don't want you to ruin it. No, it's all right. That's a good story. But if you want to type something up, Gingerbread, or you want to come on and share it, I would love to, because it's going to be fun. And it's going to hopefully become a tradition. I always hate the term first annual, because nothing can be the first annual of anything, because shit can go sideways next year, right?
Yeah.
But so it will be the first ever. Oh, the next thing we need is a witty name for it.
Yeah.
So we can't call it Ghost to Ghost. So
I can't wait. Ghost to Ghost too.
yeah, I mean, Ghost to Ghost PM. So, but yeah, if somebody can come up with a great name for the Halloween Fright Fest.
Well, the Scooby-Doo, they stole Ghost to Ghost with Daphne Blaine. Right?
Did they really?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
on Zombie Island.
Really?
She calls it Ghost to Ghost, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure it's not copyrighted, so we could
don't
call it
think so.
Ghost to Ghost, but I'd like to come up with a workshop spin on things, because
Yes.
the delinquents always, everybody in the community always comes up with the best names ever.
Well, if
right?
you put
So
it out there, I'm sure somebody will come up with something.
Gingerbread says his shit is always sideways. You might need to get that checked, brother.
Okay, I'm going to do an embarrassing story here.
Oh,
It probably won't embarrass him at all. But just so you know, your son,
Angus?
no,
Mackenzie?
your real son,
Oh, okay.
thought it was funny in the hotel room, decided to take he's 26, by the way, went to the bathroom and then came out of the bathroom and told his sister it was the biggest as he ever took. And then he took a picture of it and sent it to his friend.
I don't know where.
Why do men do
I
that?
do not know where he gets that from. I don't. Just a shitty upbringings. with
Why
that.
do men do that? I'm just so Gracie texts me and she's like, your son's in the bathroom taking a picture of his.
Oh, Rachel
His-
Brown says Becky knows her Scooby Doo.
Yeah, my kids.
When you work at a daycare, yeah. Well, our kids all watch.
Alice loves
Oh
Scooby-Doo.
yeah, yeah, she does.
No, but if anyone who has sons, why, like, they don't outgrow that, just so you know.
Which is like, is there an issue with that story?
He's
I know.
26 November 4th.
So he's a grown ass man who knows what he's doing. That's all. So
But
I don't
Gracie texts me and she's like, your son's in the bathroom taking a picture of his shit.
I don't know.
I'm like, what is wrong with you guys?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the episode went down the shitter. So that's Mackenzie for you. Yeah.
But no, I told Amy, and Amy said Noah does the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's a boy thing.
Sure it is.
It's because we have 4 daughters that are younger. I don't understand.
I don't either. We stopped.
A girl will never do that.
No, well, there might be the occasional ones. And if you find one, guys out there, hold on to her and cherish her. So, Backwoods said he's 31 and he almost sent a picture to his wife tonight. So, oh boy, everybody's. I love you.
I don't understand.
That is actually really funny, and that is Mac to a T.
Yep. And when you ask him what he's doing, he's like, "I'm just living my life. I'm just happy living my life." It's like, I don't understand.
So Halloween, yeah. We're going to do a horror trivia. I'm just going to bring it right back on the rails. Yeah, no. We're going to do a trivia night. We're going to do a 1 or 2 top movie nights with Rob and Tracy. I know
They are getting married.
They are getting married,
so
which
we will not hold it against them.
not at all. They really do want to come on, but did we send them their wedding presents yet?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Which actually really friggin' sucks because I could have mailed it from Montana.
Yep, that's fine. Anyway.
I'm sorry, Rob. Sorry, Tracy.
Yep, don't worry.
It'll come to you Canadian snail mail.
We'll add something extra in there. We'll find them something yet. We got a box full of goodies for them. So Tambra says my daughter did that when she was a teenager. I heard her say, "Hey, Laura, come check this out." Tim's terrifying trivia. That works pretty good for
there you go.
trivia night. I like that.
Yeah, no, yeah. So Rob and Tracy, I hope they can join us, but if not, it's not the end of the week.
No.
We'll be fine.
So and then the one that I'm looking forward to is kind of the ghost to ghost thing.
I'm looking forward to the trivia.
I know you are. I've just been kicking it around in my head for almost a year.
And we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We'll do the wheel spin.
Oh yeah. But you still get bragging rights.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
So, yeah.
No, we'll do the wheel spin. That way I don't have to keep track of points and stuff. And that way everybody can join and it's all what do you call that? Random.
Yeah, absolutely. And if oh dear. Gingerbread says, interview a beekeeper on Halloween. Everybody loves boo bees. Oh, boy, that's a dad joke. I do have B-Man J that I'm going to bring on. That sounds like an old radio DJ name.
Yeah, it does.
He's the dude that would pass for the most interesting man in the world. Legit. Like you guys will love his interview. I keep hyping it up, but it'll get on here eventually. I got enough interviews. I think I could do an interview a week from pre-recorded stuff now to send out there. So
I'm pretty sure this one has.
Okay, here's a question. Who's pissed in their hotel sink? Just a sink? Oh, boy. Maybe we'll do a trip. Maybe I'll post a poll on YouTube community page and be like,
who actually sends pictures of their shit?
Then we'll know who knows who. Hey, all I can say is when I got to college, this was a Bible college. Mm-hmm. There was a story called the Deuce of 18. The Deuce of 98. And that was exactly what it was. It was the world's largest deuce that anybody had ever seen. And they still talked about it almost 3 years later. And apparently there was a picture of it floating around somewhere, literally floating. So in case you're wondering.
And it was all guys, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you think, right? Just goes without saying. But yeah.
So if anybody.
It's so nice to have you back, baby.
Anyone's looking, I don't know if there's a Halloweencostumes.com, but we have Halloweencostumes.ca, and I found the best Halloween costume.
Yeah. Tell them what it is. I think it's awesome.
Actually Ursula the Sea Witch, and she has blow up tentacles. It's like the best costume ever. So if anyone's looking for a good costume idea.
Yeah, you showed me the picture. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, it's pretty. I have to find a wig, because I guess she has white hair and then she has like really crazy eyebrows. So I have to like find a wig. I don't know, like they have Spirit Halloween down here.
I can shave my head and give you my hair for a wig.
Yeah.
Or my beard.
No, Spirit Halloween is American, right? So
I've seen. I saw one. I went by, and if it filled up the entire building like it looked like, it would have been the world's largest Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, so we have to hit a Spirit Halloween too.
Yes, and a Harbor Freight. At least 3 or 4. So you did promise me I could get the dual fuel generator.
But I never said I would go in with you.
No, you will though. I'm going to need help.
Harbor Freight irritates me.
I know.
It's like Princess Auto.
It's going to be. Depot. It's going to be a journey that we're going to be able to find it. It's going to be. Yeah. It'll be a.
Then maybe I'll go to Home Depot and I'll get that 200-foot skeleton that everybody's talking about. Is he like 200 feet? I don't know. He's gigantic at Home Depot.
I was going to say, imagine bringing that back across the border. But
he's all in a box. You got to put him together. You'll be assembling him.
I'll be like, no, I'm going to, you know what I'll do? I'll go out front. I'll put a fake explosive. I'll dig a little hole and I'll spread the bones everywhere. I'll be like, this is what happens when you blow up a 200-foot skeleton. So
is he 200 feet, guys?
No, he's not 200 feet.
I don't know. Somebody says,
no,
how tall is he? I don't know.
Friggin' unmanned aerial drones will be running into it. So
just one drone.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Byron wants that generator. So if you didn't see on Instagram, I did see it in the wild. A dude, kind of a hippie guy living in an RV. I ran into him at a Love's truck stop.
He had it?
He had it. Was sitting on the back of his RV, and I went over and snapped a picture of it because I'm weird like that. And
he didn't come out.
No, he didn't. But I go inside, and I'm like, hey, dude, I said, if you go back in and somebody in the RV says some weirdo was taking pictures of the back end of your RV, it was just me. Some people like vehicles. Some people like horses. I like generators.
See, he knows which one. So how tall is it? It's gigantic.
It's like 15 feet. Yeah, maybe 20 feet.
I don't know, but it's huge.
So anyway, the dude said he loves it. He's been running it 2 months. He said the big thing is the air filter gets clogged up quite easily. I didn't realize. So Joel messaged me because Joel bought one on my recommendation, which means something. But I was like, oh, shit, it looks really good. I haven't had my hands on it yet. But at Prepper Camp, Joel's generator, did I tell you, went kaput.
Oh, shit.
So he was able to run his fridge and fans and stuff off my solar generator for the rest of the day. So that helped. So we were able to have ice for our old fashioned that evening because we had a solar. Yeah, you're right. It is. So, but apparently you have to call around. I think Joel said he had to call 4 Harbor Freights before he could find one. So I've been in 2.
Why didn't he just pick you up one and then you could have brought it to us?
Well, he didn't know I wanted one. We didn't really talk about it at the time, but
tell him to go back and get you.
Yeah, we'll find one. But we will. Well, if we got to go to 7, if I have to personally inspect 17 separate Harbor Freights on the way home, it's just the sacrifice I'm willing to make for you, darling. So in case you're wondering,
we're not going to 17 Harbor Freights. Does anybody know where one is in the Nashville, Camden area? And
this is what we'll do. As we drive, you can call them, and then we'll find one. So the one I went into in Minot didn't even have one. I went into one down the road from Nashville. I can't remember where that is, the next little town. No, it's going this way. And thank you for your sacrifice. See, Kyle knows what it means to be a real man. So anyway, be a real man and visit 17 Harbor Freights. But yeah.
No.
So anyway, we'll find one. But so this one had one on display. They weren't selling the display unit. While I was in there, somebody actually called saying, "Hey, do you have a generator?" It's like, sorry, not yet. So they're difficult to get. And Dixon, thank you, Tim. How would you know that? See, everybody know. Yeah, I love it. It's like I cannot remember things, so they just throw it in the comments. Yeah, Dixon. They have a nice Harbor Freight. They had one on display, but they weren't selling it when I was in there. And so we will get one, absolutely. But it's a nice one. I enjoyed that generator. So
they've been out for 2 years.
No, 2 months.
Oh, you said the guy had it for 2 years.
No, I said 2 months.
I think
I don't know.
Years.
Because
I almost said, I don't think they've.
So if I said 2 years, I'm going to apologize. I'm pretty sure I said 2 months.
I think you said years.
All right. Anybody want to vote whether I said months or years? And then I will go back and replay it later. And if I'm wrong, I won't admit it. I mean, I'll admit it. So
if you're wrong,
yeah,
we only go to 5 Harbor Freights.
All right. Chuck Norris has been in every single Harbor Freight ever made. Interesting. Harbor Freight is almost as synonymous as Walmart in the U.S. or Waffle House in the southern U.S. So. But
do they have Princess Auto down here?
No, that's
okay. So Princess Auto is a Canadian store.
It's a shittier version of it.
It reminds me of Harbor Freight, and it's
slightly higher prices and a little less selection.
But it's almost more irritating than Home Depot.
Yeah, it always smells like rubber.
Yeah, it gives me a headache. I don't know.
It's just because you just thinking about going in there.
No, it's the smell. There's something in there, and it just triggers my allergies, and I can't handle that smell.
So 2 more thoughts about that generator, guys. Harbor Freight put the price up from $9.99 to $10.99.
Of course they did.
And it's no longer listed on their website. I think the demand has been so high they've had to pull it off the web because they just can't get them in. It's insane. So I don't know.
And they don't have any coupons.
Yeah, that's right. No, they won't for that for sure. Said Backwoods Butcher says, legend says if he stands in the same spot for too long, a Harbor Freight will be there a year later. Chuck Norris. Oh, I love, I never get tired of the Chuck Norris.
I introduced Charlotte to those.
Oh, she would love that.
Oh, she thought they were hilarious. Because I said a Chuck Norris joke and she's looking at me like, who the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Charlie, Google Chuck Norris jokes. And she was sitting there probably for a good hour and a half just reading them and just laughing her butt off. So she thought they were hilarious.
I will spoil a little bit of the interview I had with B-Man Jay. Awesome dude. And he is in the Martial Arts Hall of Fame. And he also does some acting in movies and worked with some of the best martial artists in Hollywood. And I asked him, who's the real deal? Like, who is the real legit deal? And
Chuck
you know
Norris.
Who he said? Chuck Norris. Without even hesitation. I know. Yeah. Oh, without even hesitation, he said, motherfucking Chuck Norris was the head. And then I said, what do you think about Steven Seagal? And he said, next comment, move on to the next question. No comment. I was like, so it is true. Yes. Chuck had a heart attack and the heart attack lost. Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny actually. But yeah, so trying to think anything else we had to cover tonight, baby, because it's been forever since we've done a live stream, and I really want to start plugging. I'm going to put it in Telegram, put it on social. I want to start plugging the horror episodes for Halloween.
And your Amazon affiliate link.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Push. Yes. When Chuck Norris looks at inspirational posters, they hang themselves. That's the best one right there. Okay. Backwoods wins tonight. You win all the imaginary internet points tonight. You get all the clout. You get to that was much darker in text, he says. Well, it's funny because it has a double meaning. That's a deadly joke, Backwoods. Calm down, brother. What do you think, Mrs. Cook? You want to call her quits?
Sure.
What do we got? Yeah. So we going anywhere tonight? Or we just chilling?
Going anywhere
no,
tonight.
just gonna
I'm getting my pajamas
Yep.
on and I'm going to watch a horror movie.
I will upload the audio to this, and we'll get some stuff shared on social media.
I know we might have a late dinner.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. And maybe if we can, I'm not going to promise, we may not get another live until next Sunday. I don't know, but
I don't know.
we may try to sneak one in on Wednesday night if we can. That would be the best night if we can do one. So I'd like to get another live in. I've stuck to my guns. I've got one in every week that on this trip, so it's been good. And you've never hurt for content. I've had all kinds of shit uploaded for you. So I did my best to make sure that this road trip, the epic proportions, did not interfere with the regular schedule of content. So quite proud of myself.
That's all you can do, right?
Yes. Did I mention how much I love you?
I love you too.
How good it was to see you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't even recognize me. You're like, who is that guy?
Check my glasses.
Yeah. Chris. Oh, hey, Chris. What do we call you, Chris? Your name comes up as Christopher John Muhammad. Do you want me to call you Christopher John Muhammad or Chris or John or I don't? What do you want me to call you? I always like seeing him in here. It's great to see you. So it was awesome to have you in here as well, Tambra. I love seeing new names. And Jeff Stark, CL Self-Reliance Festival. I'm really happy to see that. That's going to be great.
That's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to try to find somewhere to have like a good dinner. You said Bob Evans.
Oh yeah. Chris. Okay, Chris. We will. I'll do my best to remember to call you Chris. So that's awesome. Yeah. We'll have maybe a lunch at Bob Evans tomorrow. It's the only one here in Nashville.
Yeah.
So,
I love Bob Evans. I used to go there when I was a kid.
So. They have the best biscuits and gravy.
I'm not after. You know what I used to get was the spaghetti at Bob Evans.
There you go. Yeah. We every couple of years we have Bob Evans, don't we? So. All right, that's Anyway, guys, we appreciate you. I love getting some live time with you. We'll keep you in the loop. I cannot wait to see a lot of you at Self-Reliance Festival, a bunch of you at Delinquents Gully. If you need a GPS coordinates, it'll be in the Telegram group. If you're coming and you haven't joined the Telegram group, make sure you're in the Telegram group. We'll have food. We'll have drinks. We're going to record.
It's going to be fun. And the weather's supposed to be really nice too.
Yes. So. Yeah, the weather's going to be great. We're going to build a cabin, and then we're going to sit around. We're going to do a recording, a live round.
And you know what, if anybody ever, and if you're not able to come and work and just want to come visit, come hang out. You don't feel like you have to do something.
You don't have to. I'm just happy to see people.
Yeah, just come on out and even for an hour, just come hang out and say hi.
We call it a work day, but it'll be as much of a fellowship day as anything. So
exactly.
Yeah, and whoever gets to christen the toilet first gets a.
It'll probably be me because my bladder's about the size of a 2-year-old.
We'll give you a Ziploc bag of coconut husks as a commemorative addition. So anyway, guys, we appreciate you. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week. End stream. Night all.